Hello, welcome to today's Living Life with Purpose broadcast. I'm your host, Phil Foster. You know, in the book of Philippians, I've been reading through it, studying it, and Paul talked in the third chapter about being a citizen of heaven. If you stop and think about what that really means, it reminds us that we're in this world, but we're not of this world. You know, at the new birth, the day you gave your life to the Lord, some things changed in your life. And so today, I want to remind you that our citizenship, yes, of course you're a citizen of the United States or India or Nigeria, wherever you're from, but ultimately our citizenship is of heaven. And because of that, we ought to think about a few things, one of which is the things we think about. We're to do good on the earth, but we're also to be heavenly minded. So for example, if we get to talking, we might want to talk about fishing or sports or our grandkids or our kids or whatever. But at some point, if you're a citizen of heaven, you ought to be able to take time and talk about the things of God. And because God has changed your heart, He also changes your mind and the way you think. So if you're a citizen of heaven, that means your name is on the roll book of heaven. And the Bible calls it the book of life. And also, if you're a citizen of heaven, it ought to change the way you talk. The Bible says that our speech ought to be seasoned with grace and salt. So when we talk, we ought to talk like, as the Bible says, we're an ambassador of Christ. We ought to talk like that. In Ephesians, it says that no corrupt communication should come out of our mouth. So for example, if some guy was the ambassador to the United Nations representing the United States, you would expect that person to act accordingly. And when they go represent our great nation before the United Nations, they would talk and speak and conduct their life in such a way that they would well represent our nation. And as an ambassador of Christ, as a citizen of heaven, we need to do the same thing. Well, look, I could say a lot about this, but I'm all out of time for today. So till we get together tomorrow, may God bless you, and hey, have a great day.